This is fun. MAGA going to Israel for propaganda training. This is a wild story. So the Israel Foreign Ministry will spend $86,000 to finance a tour of Israel for 16 Americans to get them to use their vast online influence to craft more positive images of a nation openly engaged in genocide. Crazy.
Which ones?
We don't know. We're going to get there. They're not named yet. So the effort is being made. Yeah, it's probably like they don't need to train Shapiro. He's good. Yeah,
no,
maybe
all
like
the ones that got a binder.
Maybe
they're sucker enough to go there. That's who it is.
Dude, binder thing. That's so fucking stupid. Okay. The effort is being made as Israel reacts to a significant turn in public opinion against it, especially by Western youth. Tel Aviv realizes its usual methods of propaganda and apparently its own in-house troll army are no longer working as they once did. They're very correct about that.
Yeah.
Haaretz reported, quote, foreign ministry officials say the tour delivers significant media, advocacy, and diplomatic benefits and represents a strategic shift as traditional outreach is no longer sufficient to shape public opinion. They aim to leverage the massive followings of young social media influencers to bolster Israel's standing in the U.S., end quote. The Americans whose names have not been divulged belong to the MAGA and America First movements, the newspaper said. The America First movement makes me laugh because you're going to go get
Fuentes's group. Like, I think he is paid by them because of how anti-Semitic he is.
Yeah.
It's not helping.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, is the ADL paying for him to do this? I don't know.
Controlled opposition. Yeah, I would venture that that's probably a good guess. So here we go. We have some information. They are all younger than 30 and each have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, a vast target-rich environment for propaganda. Israel intends to bring more than 500 influencer delegations to Israel this year, the ministry said. It is paying an organization called Israel 365 to organize the first American tour because it is a, quote, unique position to convey a pro-Israel stance that aligns entirely with the MAGA and America First agenda, end quote.
How is that possible? How would it do that? I'm dying to know. By telling me to shut up?
It's Israel first, bitches. That's what this is. This is Israel
As
first.
the great Dan Bongino once said, my passion is the defense of Israel.
That's what Ted Cruz said too.
Bilbo, not a Jew, who did that to Israel, and the rest of you did.
Israel's 365 website says that the group, quote, stands unapologetically for the Jewish people's God-given right to the entire land of Israel. Oh, good God. Calls the two-state solution a delusion. It is a delusion. I agree with that aspect of it. Yes. And says it's defending, quote, Western civilization against threats from both progressive left extremism and global jihad, end quote. Israel officials justified the no-bid contract with the organization because of its, quote, experience and know-how in creating awareness, engagement, and mobilization of Christian audiences regarding their support for the Jewish people and the state of Israel.
Okay, so this is the fake. I've been seeing this on Christian channels. So that fake Christianity America's had for like since before I was born from the Schofield Bible, which is an op. That's a Zionist op from way back when. They got this con man. He made the Schofield Study Bible. Meanwhile, Darby gave us that dispensationalism. So all that, everything that somebody my age or older would think that is evangelical Christianity, that was all in like a psyop from England and Zionists. And that's where we got Judeo-Christian values, the thing that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because they do not share value. There's Abrahamic values with Jews and Muslims share, but we wanted to cut the Muslims out for the Zionist thing to take their land. So that's what's falling apart. So anybody trying to be and I'm telling you, religious people have caught on to it. The rednecks have caught on to it. It's because they like pro wrestling, so they can apply that template to what they're seeing. But that's falling apart. All that dispensational, it's because the mega churches ruined it.
Yeah.
This house of cards of bullshit. It's like a Bernie Madoff scheme. It's falling apart. They can't ever divulge the truth. They can't. There's no way out of it except to keep going even harder. So it's just going to go till it crashes, but it is crashing. So that's the cool part.
Yeah, it is definitely crashing. Zionism is on life support at this. And that's why they're desperately attempting to get these young kids with influence to brainwash the next generation, because that's really, that's what's tipping it, is the kids. I mean, they're not interested in genocide. It doesn't make any
sense.
No.
Israel keeps Jews safe. No, it fucking doesn't.
It
what
really
are you
does
talking
not.
about?
It does the opposite of that, Kurt.
Yeah,
it does the opposite.
Well, because anti-Semitism is a vital fuel source for the nation, the modern state of Israel. As important as natural gas or oil, they need to create an anti-Semitism to create the trauma thing for the American Jews that they despise. They despise American Jews. They look at them as asthmatic, comedy weakness. Because I don't know if you've been around Israelis, as Russell says, they're the only Jews that aren't funny. And it's a fact. They look at comedy as like gay. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a fact. I'm in comedy. 100% they do. So the kids aren't going to fall for that crap.
No.
Because TikTok, because you brag too much on TikTok. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got IDF soldiers out there, like proudly posting themselves wearing lingerie. Yeah.
And killing kids and wearing their mom's underwear. Yeah. You don't think the kids are going to see that when they're, and that's because Israel wasn't subjected to the woke programming America was, because they didn't, I guess, have a housing collapse. So as soon as you had
we give them all kinds of money.
Right. So as soon as the Israelis came over here, they're talking like it's 2001, right after 9/11 happened, right? Where that fresh anger that I definitely had when I lived in New York and saw it happen, and I wouldn't listen to Jason Burmis or people telling me the truth. Because like, shut up. That's how trauma-based mind control works. We're gonna blow up somebody that has a similar hat to their, like that's the mentality. But these kids, 9/11 is not even that's
they
like
have no idea.
Pearl Harbor. You might. And then the boomer media, when Israel did that, I don't know what dirty last thing I watched they did, but Fox is trying to sell it to like it's cool, and they go, "Oh, Israel pulled off a red wedding," like Game of Thrones, where the bad guys killed the guy you like and his mom and pregnant wife. Great job, guys. That should get the kids on board.
Yeah, and I think that you're correct. The anti-Semitism thing is definitely a tool and a weapon that they use. They like to. And they've been so effective at hiding behind that for a very long time. I mean, prior to October 7th and the live streaming of what's going on right now, people would never, people were terrified to say anything. I used to get called anti-Semitic regularly.
I just saw what they did. So once I watch you doing the crime, I'm not a punk. Like, I don't want to say any of the things I am saying. I don't want to debate. I would like you to convince me I'm wrong. That's what I'd like.
Yeah.
Once I see it, I can't unsee it. So what do you want from me? You fucked up. It's not my fault.
Yes. Yes. And that's what's so annoying is that they're still trying to we're the victims. You're not the fucking victim. You're not the fucking victim. You are slaughtering people.
Of your own racism and
for sure.
Supremacy.
Yeah.
And but to try to do a God thing with it, I had to read the Bible a lot growing up, not because I wanted to. Yeah. And here's a theme of the Israel from the Bible that you're trying to tug on my Bible strings about.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to put on a woman's bra and panties and kill her kids in that Bible. God takes their land away. So remember how they were like, oh, Hamas isn't cool with gays? I don't even know what the hell that demographic ad was.
Oh my God. If
they're cool with gays, God's going to take Israel away from them. So how are you going to use Old Testament bullshit to justify? How's Bill Maher, a guy who made religious and was up and down about how World War III is coming because these religious kooks want to make it happen. And meanwhile, Israel's doing that. They got these Gog and Magog prophecies that are every bit as loopy as over here. And Bill Maher, you said religion's dumb, but it's like the main justification of Israel existing.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile? Oh, he just doesn't talk about it.
No, he sucks so hard. Like all of the new atheists, I am an atheist, and like the Sam Harrises and I don't claim them. No, I don't claim them. The Richard Dawkins, listen, Richard Dawkins, The God Delusion, great book. It was very influential in my life, but he's a Zionist piece of shit. So
here's the rub, because I'm not an atheist. I think that's very left brain, single parent skull thinking. And the fact that I'm not telling you who's real or not, but the fact that because what's your hope now? This evil is so disgusting. It's so beyond the pale, the kind of evil that this government in Israel, the West does, that it actually forced me to believe there has to be an opposite force to it. It's that evil. It's just so extreme. And then when you look into it, you're like, this is nuts.
Yeah, they are nuts.
Just on a real, the way things balance out in nature, there has to be an opposing force to that. There just has to be.
But that evil is also human. So I think that the opposite of that is also human. I don't think there's some invisible sky daddy that's controlling.
Well, that's a very dumb way to look at it. But they are going to sell that to try to make you support Israel. They're going to try to go, the Sky Daddy, the Sky Jew likes it, so you have to like it.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe in Sky Daddies, because then I don't have to buy into that bullshit. Oh, it's exhausting. But yeah, I think that we are starting to see glimmers of hope, and there are a lot of people starting to question it, and I think that that's great. But with them now hiring a bunch of MAGA influencers, we'll see how that works out, because the
MAGA is the people in it. It's not the influencers, assholes. It's not a top-down thing.
Yeah.
MAGA, like, I understand that somebody put it at, Trump stole from Reagan or whatever, but the reason the people gravitated to it is because they needed help, and also they'd like their kids to stop being eaten by their leaders. So that was one of the promises.
Puritan.
And I'm wondering why Liz Cheney hasn't faced the firing squad as MSNBC promised me, Trump promised me.
Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.